Hello, 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 my beautiful, amazing souls, and welcome to Friday Night Tarot and Chill. I am absolutely excited to be joined tonight with the amazing Amanda, as well as the lovely Lala. And we also have joined today the sweet Sky. And today I am really excited to be able to share with you all a bit of wisdom that came to me this week regarding change and transformation. If you are joining us here live today, we are here on the 5/5 portal day, as well as there being a full moon and a lunar eclipse. So all of this energy that has been building up and bringing us to where we are in this now moment has been exposing things in your life to allow you to see what is needing to be released, what is of your highest interest to be moved out of your life. And this last bit of eclipse full moon energy on this portal day is giving you the opportunity to acknowledge it and recognize it and transform through it. And so the bit that came to me today was change is inevitable, but transformation is a choice. So in life, we have all kinds of things that happen. Change is a constant. Change is going to happen. You can be going in a direction, you can be doing a thing, you can be growing, and in that growth, you will eventually evolve and change. However, we can come to a situation where we ourselves are being called to change, and change will occur to guide us in that direction. But when we allow ourselves to choose the change, we open the door for transformation. So when we acknowledge it, we say, I see this door of opportunity, and I'm going to choose to walk through it with conscious awareness. How can you allow yourself to unfold and transform into this new beginning, this opportunity to become, I guess. So anyways, change is inevitable, but transformation is a choice. And so I encourage you to utilize this 5/5 energy to propel your path in the direction that you choose for it to go with the transformation. The choice is before you, the opportunities are there, but how will you show up to unfold within this transformation? And so with that, I'd like to allow us just a small space to be able to ground into our bodies and be here in this now moment. And then I believe Amanda is going to get us started with messages today. So when you are ready and as you feel called, I invite you to allow yourself to just find a comfortable position, straightening your spine, maybe rolling your shoulders back and forward, breathing in and out. And just allowing yourself to become present, noticing anything in the room that you can see, finding them in detail. Maybe find one thing in the room that you are grateful for and take note of it. Now inviting you the opportunity to just tune in to what you can hear. Can you hear in the room around you? Acknowledge those sounds. I'm going to invite you to just take a gentle breath in and notice the feeling of the air filling your lungs. And the gentle release on your exhale. We're going to bring our awareness now to the crown of our head, the beautiful lotus flower as it unfolds. And drinking in This beautiful silver light pours down directly into the center of your lotus flower. And finding a rhythm in your breath as you move from the crown through the third eye, dropping into the throat, maybe noticing any tension in your shoulders or your neck as you drop down into your heart, and inviting the silver energy to expand through your body, moving through all of your internal organs, your bones, your ligaments, the skin, allowing the silver light to move through the solar plexus in the center of the body, illuminating your internal sun, your divine spark. And bringing this energy down into our sacral, connecting with your passionate, creative energy. It's the life force that lives within you. And breathing this beautiful energy down into the lower dantian at the root center at the base of the spine. And just inviting this energy to move through your roots and into the earth, connecting with Mother Gaia. And inviting you to imagine your roots growing stronger, moving through the layers of rock and clay, reaching and stretching all the way down into the core of the earth, and taking a warm, gentle breath back into your body. And release. And taking another breath in. And release. And finishing with a final breath in. And release. Before you open your eyes, I invite you to place your hands over your heart, just offering a lot of love and gratitude for this space, for yourself, for showing up today, for giving yourself this opportunity to find peace and connection within community, within yourself. We're just going to take one more final remembrance of the room that we're in, noticing any sounds that may be in the room around us. Maybe beginning to open our eyes, noticing any of the things in the room. Maybe you find the thing that was of significance to you before. So as we move forward on our journey today, mind that we are opening the doors for transformation to occur, and understanding that when this occurs, we usually allow ourselves to release, and thanking all of our angels, our spirit guides, our beings that guide us along our path and illuminate the light within. And I'm going to pass the talking stick over to my dear, beautiful sister, Amanda. And we will see what Spirit has for us today.
Hello. So I pulled a card from my Alice in Wonderland deck, and the card I pulled is number 16. It's A Moment to Regret. So it says, nostalgia, idealizing the past, fearing you've made a mistake. So the message I've got with this one, I'm being called to give a little bit of an anecdote. So this week I've been having a lot of opportunities thrown at me, and although I'm incredibly grateful, the sheer number of opportunities has been overwhelming, and it's been giving me a lot of imposter syndrome all week. And that's the message that I'm getting from this card, is that imposter syndrome, although it feels wrong in the moment and it feels like you've taken a wrong turn and you can't do this, and you're just having that moment of, what am I doing, and what if people catch me doing this because I don't have the skills, I don't have this, I don't have that. That is you stepping out of your comfort zone. That is you getting fully uncomfortable with everything that you're doing right now. And that is your signal that you're on the right path, that you're doing what you're meant to be doing because you feel uncomfortable. We don't want comfort all the time, because change is inevitable. Change is how we grow, and growing is not comfortable. Growing is sometimes painful and incredibly scary, and not knowing where you're going and letting go of that control is terrifying. But these are all good things, and especially with the energy today, letting go of that little bit of fear, although the little bit of fear is a good thing, letting go of that and just understanding that you have been placed on the path that you're meant to be on, even if opportunities don't work out. That doesn't mean that you did anything wrong. It means that you're taking the next step on the path. That's all. There are no wrong choices. There are only lessons and stepping stones. So that's it. That's my message.
I love that, Amanda. Thank you. I really resonate with everything you just said. So very grateful. The messages that I pulled are from the Mystique of Magdalene deck. And this deck is, these messages are always really interesting for me. So let's see how this resonates for you. We have card number 32, which is Magdalena, and this says clear vision. And we also have divine inheritance, which says positive flow. These two cards together have a really beautiful energy of really leading into what Amanda was going off of, and understanding that you can lean in to the trust that you have the skills, you have the vision, you have it's already within you. You already have everything you need within you. And you even have access to this clear vision for your path forward and for what it is that you are here to share and for what it is that you want to do. But no one, I can tell you, I could read you these cards all day. Amanda can show you hers. Lala can bring up hers. Sky can spit all of her amazing, beautiful cards and tell you how amazing you are and all of the wonderful gifts that you have to share in this world, and the blessing that you are in this world. But I promise you that your personal magic will not be as potent until you see that within yourself, until you can see your ability. Look, this is why I don't know exactly what's going on in here because I haven't read the book from this, but it looks like it could be an image of Mary Magdalene giving a healing to Jesus. And this could be a disciple, this could be somebody else, but either way, Mary Magdalene was somebody who, in some circles is someone who people really cast down, and they would never even consider her as somebody that could be a healer, somebody that could not only offer healing, but somebody that is offering healing, not just like to have the ability to do it, but somebody who's actually doing it. It doesn't matter. I don't think Mary Magdalene would care if she came back right now and saw that people were thinking this, because what mattered was the healing that she offered in the moment, the medicine of the magic that she had to share. She didn't water it down. She let it be at its full potency because she knew how important it was to be received by those who it was meant for. Okay. If you are finding yourself in situations where people are not understanding or resonating with what it is that you are trying to share, and you feel you are in your heart and you are in alignment, then you must trust that the path forward is not going to look the same as what you've been, because you must be in alignment with those around you. And so realizing, I don't know, I keep coming back to this theme of like, whatever isn't meant for you is going to naturally vibrate out of your life. And it's not anything that you have to worry about or, wonder or, stress on, because it's a natural process of life, right? I have this last card and it says sensuality and secrets. I think this is really just a reminder of the bliss and the beauty that life has to offer. One of the first things our dear May said when she came in was, life is just here to be lived. I'm just here to live and enjoy. And it's like so powerful to remember that you really are here to enjoy your senses and to be present and to have a sensual experience, to feel the pleasures that life has to offer for you. You experience so many things in life that's detriment or pain or anger. Why do you deny yourself the senses that are of positive as well? So just a note in that realm, and I will pass it along to whoever feels called next.
So I have a message. So today we have the lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and I was called to read like the key words in my astrological book, and it's transformation, intensity, mastery, magnetism, penetration, power, sexuality, secrets, destruction, mysterious, suspicious, covert, trauma, self-destruction, vindictive, resentment, and controlling. Those are intense keywords, right? Like, because this Scorpio moon is really like unveiling these hidden aspects that we have within us. Like, it is gnarly. Like, we are no longer being able to hide who we truly are. Like, it is. And the card that I pulled from my Fairy of the Oracle deck is hidden depths. My bad, not a debt, but like depths. It says something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we become free. So with this card, I really feel like we're being asked to like really tap into our shadow side and really just like, fully accept, who we fully are, our light and our darkness, because I believe that the brightest lights come from the darkest places. And you have to really honor, the polarity within you, the dark and the light. And so I think it's really important for you to just like know that like, we're not perfect and we're here to like grow and expand, and just self-acceptance is like a big theme. And then like another card that I pulled is kind of the same thing. It's called Lost and Found. It says, what was once lost is about to be found. Thanks to the Lost and Found fairy, sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. So sometimes we don't even know what we've lost, whether it's like, the knowledge that we're whole and complete on our own and that we don't need anything outside of us. Just like Kristen said, like it's all within you. It's in your heart space, and then the third card that I got was Shine from Within. So it's really saying like looks are only skin deep. true beauty shines from within, and it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. So just really, honor, like I said, like who you truly are, and just, come out of your shell a little bit and really show the world like who you are, and, not to be like boxed in anymore. What society wants us to be. They want us to just like box ourselves in, label ourselves. But, when you step out of these boxes that are self-imposed or the society imposes on us, and we're like, no, this is who I really am, and you start emitting your own frequency, like that's when everything changes. And I've again, like Amanda said, like imposter syndrome is like really intense, like, but it's all about like, getting out of that comfort zone and really just like stepping into this new version of yourself that I feel like this was kind of like talking about, like, that new version of you. Like, you're no longer the person that you were last week. Like this eclipse is just like really, like I said, just asking you to honor who you truly are, and to ask yourself that, like, who am I? Kind of like an Alice in Wonderland, which is kind of fitting because Amanda pulled from that deck. So I feel like kind of goes full circle with like all the messages that we kind of talked about tonight. So that's my reading. I really hope it helps. But yeah, that's what I'm channeling. So I love you guys.
Thank you, Sky. That was gorgeous. Yes, I feel like we're all on a really good wavelength tonight. So yes, Amanda. wait, which deck did you pull, Ro?
It is the Sacred Rebels. So with this one in particular, I always read from the book because that's just how this deck works. So I got every journey starts with a single step. So before I read the book, I gotta point out the imagery here. So she's holding a suitcase. My camera's all backwards. She's holding a suitcase, but the suitcase is full of butterflies. So this is all about new transformation, and she's completely naked. So this is a whole brand new, vulnerable journey that you're going on, where you have completely transformed and you're a whole brand new person and taking the very first step as the new you. So that is the channeled part of that with just looking at the cards. But I'll read from the book now. You're on the journey. Yes, it is an internal journey, but there's also a physical expression of this journey that's going to become increasingly important to the fulfillment of your destiny in this lifetime. Your journey has started on the inside, but its destination will be the physical expression of an internal healing. This journey will draw upon what you have learned and mastered over the course of your life. So much so that you may feel as though your life experiences have prepared you for just this particular adventure. You have all that you need within you. This is not a time to worry about what you're going to take with you. From within your heart, you will sense what needs to come along for the ride and what is best left behind you now. You may be surprised at exactly how much can be left behind without you feeling concerned or anxious. You'll be able to travel far lighter than you've ever imagined possible. To be best equipped for this journey, you'll need a lightness of heart and the realization that change can be an incredible blessing, even when what you're leaving behind is something you found secure, safe, familiar, or comforting. Just as the butterfly leaves the chrysalis behind when it's time to spread its newly formed wings, so too are you ready to leave behind what once was and embrace what is more appropriate for you at this time. There is an element to the journey you are embarking upon that is unknown. Perhaps it's news to you that you're even taking a journey. And I do want to point out, I got to pause here because my flight attendant sister just sent me a video while I got to that point that you're taking a journey. So I thought that was like perfect universal timing there. However, the realization that traveling along a familiar path brings no guarantees is more likely. This open, unscripted quality to your journey will help you gain the most from your experiences. You see, this journey is a spiritual gift. It's an invitation from the great loving heart of the universe, calling you into something that you would not have otherwise found. You're not supposed to know all the details, nor how it's going to work out before you set out. You're just meant to take one step after the other, again and again, so that you can receive the gifts that are headed your way. If you are considering taking a physical trip somewhere, this oracle comes as confirmation that the journey will in some way be a life-changing one, and that this is good. If the journey you're considering is more of an internal variety, such as exploring new fields of consciousness, beginning new creative work, or traveling into the void of unknown possibilities in order to start your work, then this oracle is confirmation that it is indeed a wise choice, and much new life will come of it. This oracle brings you particular guidance that the apparently small steps you are taking in an area of your life, important to you right now, apparently very important, are actually far more powerful and constructive than you realize. Sometimes we're gaining ground, but the effect is not immediately obvious. This doesn't mean that nothing is happening. It simply means that the effect of your actions are cumulative, and soon they will begin to overflow into the physical world with a positive impact that may surprise you. This oracle brings you the message to keep going. If you've been doing a lot of inner work and are frustrated or concerned that you're not seeing the results translate into the physical world, keep faith, as the physical manifestation of your inner work is coming. Remember that you have all the resources you need and then some. Your inner and outer journeys are blessed with positive energy, and all you need to do is keep going, one step at a time. And then for the healing process, say out loud, of my own free will, I now choose to surrender any fear or doubt about my ability to succeed. I believe in myself. I trust myself. I have faith in the unfolding journeys of my life, both internally and out in the world. Even in the face of the unknown, I know that positive energy surrounds me and I am protected. Through unconditional love, I am supported and assisted to take each step as need be so that my great creative life journey can be all that it can be. You may like to complete your healing process with a quick dance around the lounge room, feeling joy in your heart and lightness in your step. Just a suggestion. That's it.
Okay, I have a message for everyone, the collective, and then guess who joined the conversation tonight? We have a message for the divine masculine, not from, but for the divine masculine. So, my divine masculines that are watching, hello, it's good to see you. And I have a message for you after this collective. So, I pulled this card for a reading for my TikTok, I don't know, maybe a week or so ago, and I did an intuitive reading off of it, but I have not read this card from the book yet. So I thought I would read this from the book. This is an archetype card. So when this card comes up, this is like an energy that you are embodying moving forward. So, right, we're going through this transformation. We're releasing the old parts of selves. We're acknowledging the illness in our life or the missteps that we have, we're allowing ourselves to become aware so that we can continue moving forward in the path that we desire and creating a conscious awareness and the connection between what we are thinking, what we are feeling, and the experience that we are having. So, Earth Guardian, you, my dear, pausing in a field at the fenced frontiers of the Earth Pack's land, a border collie turns his sharp gaze to sweep the distant horizons. The guardian of his pack, he wears around his neck a badge of rank, adorned with a large set stone of green jasper. This crystal strengthens his connections to the earth and its ancient past, properties that serve his conservative nature well, for he is methodical and loyal. It is also a stone of spiritual protection, said to drive away evil spirits and shield from dark conjuring. The many miles he covers each day in his routine vigil are no burden and can be discerned by his smiling face. Chosen for this office because of his sense of duty, he is reliable and committed to his task. Pause for thought. You are pleased to do the work that you do. You have a method and have figured out the best way to do things that work for you. You are perfectly comfortable taking responsibility for things and making sure everything conforms to the plan. The patience to continue until a task is completed defines your method and your steadfast nature. Keywords being efficient, responsible, structured, loyal, trustworthy, patient, protective, and steadfast. This, my divine masculine, is a very balanced and healed energy to be standing in. And I think why this is so relevant is because the energy that came in for the divine masculine, of course, is the emperor. However, this emperor came in reversed. And also, I just want to point out this emperor has a little volleyball next to him that has a hand on it, right? So it's Wilson. Okay, so anyways, this is from a movie where a man gets lost at sea and he gets stranded upon shore. He is a castaway and he gets stuck on this island and has to utilize his own resources, his own knowledge and skill to be able to survive until he's found. And he starts off so good. He's doing really positive, right? Like he's like, okay, you know what? I've got the skills. I can do this. I'm going to be okay. And then somewhere along his journey, he realizes he might not be okay. And it doesn't matter what he does. Like, it doesn't matter how strong he is or how smart he is or how ingenuitive he is. If nobody comes to take him off of this island, this is going to be his existence forever. So there's two messages here for you, my divine masculine. One, if you feel like you've been sort of cast away on your own island in your journey, kind of working through things in your own space, this is a message for you to see that your healing ship has arrived. Your the people that are coming to take you off of the island are here. Okay, and so you're being invited to join back into society. And then also a message of understanding that in that moment, if you've watched the movie Castaway, in that moment where he realized that it didn't matter how much he could rely on himself. He had to surrender to the universe. He had to surrender to his plan and understanding that he could show up and do the things, but at some point nature takes over. And so understanding that if your path is at a place where you feel like you're not sure where to go or how to move forward, trust in spirit, lean into that trust. And then also he's out in this desert, right? So you've been secluded and kind of removed in your own way, and you're now being called to enter back into the spaces that you feel like, the spaces that you know resonate with your soul. It's like whenever you do these things, you're doing them out of a place of joy. I'm being seen like woodworking or craftsmanship, well, I'm a painter, so I'll always bring it back to painting. But, it's like the days where I get up and I have a cup of tea and I feel inspired to sit down and paint. Those are the days that I create something special, as opposed to the days where I create a plan and I say, okay, today at 2 p.m., I'm going to sit down, I'm going to paint for an hour. And then I still create, but it's not my masterpiece. My masterpiece comes from a place of flow. And so you, my dear divine masculine, are coming into your personal flow and understanding this, this drive that you have and how it can move you in life and becoming really strongly connected with it. But I also feel like for you, divine masculine, you might have this energy about you of like, I don't know, maybe not feeling fully confident in how you can connect with others. Maybe you feel you've brought this weird Wilson ball back with you and you want everybody to accept it, but just accept it in your own space and be your own true authentic self, because what you've been doing, Divine Masculine, is you've been discerning. You've been learning how to discern in life the things that are meant for you and the things that are meant for you as a teacher. You've also been strengthening your intuition. And oh, this is so sad, but it's like you've really been kind of put in this place of having to accept and understand the energy of being left out, of being kicked out or pushed out or left out. But regardless, you really were in this energy of being hurt. And so I'm so proud of you, Divine Masculine, for sitting with your feelings and your energies of emotions, because that is what allows you to truly transform through it into this place of being your grounded earth guardian self that can show up and look out for the pack and continue doing your due diligence in the areas that you know you are called to do. Trust your passions. They are guiding you along your path, and trust the community that you have around you, because they are leading you to great, beautiful, grand things. So yeah, that's it. That's my message. Amanda, Sky, Lala.
I was pulling a collective message, but it actually came up as a message for Jen, who may or may not be here in the people right now, but I know she will listen at some point. So, Jen, hi. I got 3 cards. Got Moonlight, which is how I knew it was for you, because the picture you posted earlier had specifically this owl and this moon in it. And then Encouragement and Coming Apart. So the message I got with this, particularly with this card, is she has her back turned. So even though the picture that you posted earlier today was you looking straight on, this feels like this message is basically what was going on in the background of that. And with the coming apart and the encouragement, the message I'm getting is that you feel like you're being torn apart right now, but the encouragement is just to let you know that it's part of the transformation process. So you're not being torn apart, you're being put back together in a new way. So there's no reason to hide what's going on. And if you need the encouragement and the support, definitely reach out. But just to know that you're currently being put back together in a new way, it just feels the opposite. Same as with this card. Everything feels opposite right now to what's actually going on. So just hold on a little bit longer and you'll see that flip around and you'll see what was actually happening the whole time. That's it.
All right, my beautiful souls. I feel really inspired to keep tonight's messages very condensed. So I don't believe we're going to offer any individuals unless we feel called for more. Besides those of us in the chat, we will get live because we always do that for those. But I don't know that there's even anybody in the chat right now. So not a huge deal. Point being, the guidance moving forward, I tapped into with our angels to help us move through this powerful transformation energy. And I can't say that I agree more, my dear angels. Thank you so much for this message. Is don't hate, meditate. It's time to get back on that meditation train. Give yourself space and time to truly drop into that inner self. And it's like this card can call me out. I'll just say, like, personally, I have not been meditating for months now. I've been telling myself, oh, I've been meditating because I'll listen to one of those meditations on YouTube, or oh, I'm meditating because I'm quiet and I'm just thinking. But no, this meditation that Spirit's guiding you into is a space of peace and stillness. This is not your mind thinking about all the things, or bringing back information for this, or coming into an awareness of that, or understanding this part. No, this meditation is stillness. This meditation is inner peace. Um, this is a space created just for you to connect with yourself and your inner knowing. And it doesn't have to be something that has to come out in specific words or actions. But the other part I thought was kind of funny is the bottom deck of the energy is the Divine Father. So just again, very powerful masculine energies today. And as you all know, we all hold those energies within us. So these messages can definitely resonate either way if you are feminine or masculine. But this is like seeing the masculine energy going from this place of feeling like you have to create by just doing step A, step B, step D. I'm going to do, I'm the thing, and this, that, and then go, and then that. No, this masculine has found a balance within their feminine energy of finding that the doing comes from a place of flow, that like you understand your inner temple and how it affects the world around you. And so you're co-creating, right, within yourself and within the places around you. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting a little off track, but final bit. And then I'm totally 100%. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Okay. Totally done after this transformation. And then I'm going to pull a card for you, Amanda, and transformation. Okay. Just a final card here in transformation. And then the miracle of forgiveness. Just throwing this out there for anybody. If you have people in your life who you have been holding grievances towards, right now, I encourage you, I invite you, I allow you the space to bring forward this person, this space, whatever it is you've been holding grievances towards. And you can choose in this moment, if you'd like, to release it, to just allow it to go away. Imagine yourself to see it form before you in whatever way you'd like, and then give it permission to return to source, to allow this energy to be recycled. And this is not an act of forgiveness for them. You're not releasing them. It's an act of grace, because you have this power within you to do so. And whenever you offer this space of forgiveness, you bring your power back into yourself. Whenever you hold on to grief and anger and resentment, you're leaking your power away in so many ways. So I just encourage you to allow yourself that opportunity if you feel called. So that is it. That is all I have for the collectives. Now we will offer individuals for those of us that are in the live Zoom room, and then, yeah, we'll call it a night.
Quick question.
Yes.
That blue card, was that Shiva?
That is is it Shiva? I don't think it is. Yeah.
I was thinking either Shiva or Ganesh.
I think it's Shiva. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I'm not 100% on my, I know Shakti has, I think Shiva and Shakti, that's the divine feminine and divine masculine pair. I think she has 6 arms or 8 arms. Anywho, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Shiva.
I just now noticed the moon in the little crescent moon there in his head. I never noticed that before. How strange. So it's like letting your intuition be this little, like that little moon is right in the front, right? And it's this big old light sky. You wouldn't even know a moon is there, but he knows the moon is there. He's aware of that moon. So it's almost also knowing that like you can guide what is your experience by your inner knowing, and you don't have to explain it to everyone around you. I feel like it comes full circle back to the imposter syndrome, that it's like I can know that I am good enough and I don't need it to be validated by a online course or a really popular person. I can validate it within myself, and if I feel called to do the thing, to be the one to step up or show that I'm going to do that, and that's me fulfilling my purpose in my expression of what I meant to do. It can be that simple. I don't know, I feel like we just like to make things so hard on ourselves. I know I do. Yeah, change and transition. How hard is it to allow the change, But at this point, I feel like we're really past the allowing phase, and we're really just in the state of like, okay, you have this powerful, here we are, we're in the portal, we're walking through the portal. As soon as tomorrow you wake up in a brand new day and it is now 5/6, what are you going to do with this? What are you going to do with your path forward? It is now 5/6. Where is your path going to go moving forward? If it's not in the direction that you want it to be, you have the powerful opportunity to change it right now. But if it's already going in the path that you want it to go in, that's great. Just keep getting clear and keep doing the things for it to continue moving, and also trust and accept and understand that change is inevitable and transformation is a choice. All right, my dear. Does anyone else have any more collective messages that they would like to share before we move into individuals?
No, but I got cards for you.
Ooh, exciting. Thanks, Amanda. I know, Amanda, I want to pull a card from you from this deck, but I don't want it. I want to pull a card from you from a deck that's just not a normal deck I pull from you from. So just please.
It's fine.
Okay.
But do you want your card first?
Yes, please.
So you got receiving. And I wasn't going to do this deck again, but it was like, no, she needs this deck. So I got the reads for you again. Oh, and it's number 27. Apparently that's important. So I almost opened it up right there. Okay. You are so loved. Your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness that you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. You've not done this enough, so your soul is becoming parched and is drying out. Energy has been going out of you, but there's not enough coming back in. It's time to bring something back in for you, to receive and be received. You're being offered a chance for restoration now, to feel nourished, cared for, and loved. Accept it. You deserve it. The healing process below will help you surrender any guilt or shame that you feel for having needs in the first place. It will also help you overcome any struggle you might have receiving and accepting, so that your needs can be met. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and are so happy with it, the universe is fully received by you. In this space, there is joyful communion between you and life, energy flows more freely, and magic happens. When you demur, saying you cannot accept that it's too great a gift, whether you're not worthy, you're impeding that flow. You're inhibiting the communion, the connection, the playful interaction between you and the universe. Enough with the false modesty and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human clothing. An exquisite life experience is your birthright. Enjoy it. Soak it up, all of it, including the restoration of sacred rest. From that place of nourishment, you will effortlessly create, live, and love with greater energy and thriving, pulsing passion. The earth rests each night so it can greet the sun again each morning with this spectacular living earth of sunrise. Allow yourself to switch off, step away, close the laptop, switch off the phone, and just be with yourself for a little while. You will return and be much more efficient and effective. Rest now, play now, work later. Forget your worries for a while. Just switch off. Do something else. Let it all go and it will all flow. And then your healing process. Say it loud. I release all false guilt and shame about having needs and all false beliefs about rest being wasteful or unnecessary. I accept healthy, productive, sacred rest and the gifts of happiness that it brings. I understand that rest and activity, balance, feed and nourish each other. There's sacred healing that happens through rest, which is very powerful. I accept and receive this now. Through unconditional love, this is now so. Then read the story aloud, as though you were lovingly reading it to yourself as a child. You may like to curl up and comfortably on the sofa. The great French Impressionist painter Monet sat in his garden on a warm afternoon. He was napping lightly on his garden bench, with the sunlight dappling gently through the straw hat resting over his face. It was soft and warm on his closed eyelids. He sighed contentedly. A nosy neighbor poked his head over the fence, keen to know what the brilliant artist was up to now. "Sir, you are resting," the curious neighbor called out. "No," responded Monet, wriggling to get even more comfortable on his reclining garden chair. "I am working." He relaxed further as the mild breeze tickled the hair on his forearms. Monet returned to his garden the next day. Consumed by the urge to translate his feelings onto the canvas, he painted with great energy and focus. He was inspired and the paint flowed. Again, the nosy neighbor poked his head over the fence. He called out, "Sir, you are working." "No," said the artist, barely pausing with his brush. "I am resting." When you're done, give yourself a hug, and perhaps have a nap, or a cup of tea, or do a little dance around your living room. Or paint, relax, go for a walk in the park, or do a spot of window shopping. Just be, play, laugh, and relax. Give yourself what you feel you need at this time. If you aren't certain, that's fine. Guess. And know that the more often you do this, the more skilled you'll become in identifying and meeting your needs. That's it. That's your little call out from the universe.
Amanda, you are always on point, but I have to say that was on point. I needed to hear that in so many ways. No, I appreciate you. I hope this message for you resonates just as deeply. Okay, so this is from the Oracle of the Dragon Fae. And you have a card I have never read before. So this one's for you, Amanda. It says card number 26, Pellinor and the Lady, Bittersweet Farewell. Pellinor and the Lady speak. We are saying farewell, and our hearts are breaking. While we say farewell for now, we do not know what lies before us. Only that for a time it is necessary for us to be separated from the one we love with all our being in order to complete our mission, in order to complete our missions. We are sad, but we are also feeling blessed because together we have experienced a sweetness and a joy that few in this world can lay claim to. We long to stay together, and we are struggling to give thanks for the time we have had. For even if it was 1,000 years, that time would still feel too short. We know that our souls have promised to be together again. There is now a time when you must go alone. You will be reunited, but when that is precisely will be unclear for a time. Bittersweet is the ache within our hearts, but happy are we who have love. These lovers who change shape at will are now separating, for they have tasks to complete that cannot include the other. Some parts of these tasks are in fact karmic. He is a knight and must continue on his journeys, while she is a priestess and must return to her circle. These two beings will be brought together again, but whether it is in this lifetime or beyond, it is not clear to either of them right now. They must believe in their love and focus on the tasks before them, because they have a role to play in life that requires a distinctive part of them for now. So say farewell and remember, merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. This is the card of lovers finding it difficult to be separated even for a moment. The card of friends who find that leaving each other's company means a lonesome time. And the card of fellow travelers on a life's journey, needing to go their separate ways for a time. It is bittersweet, and the reason of the separation feels hard because there is so much love. On a note on love and lovers, and as it is so longed for, dreamt of, and despaired of too, this card can also signify that two lovers will be reunited. It could also mean that there is a part of your own soul that feels as though it is missing at present, and the longing you feel for a particular kind of relationship is simply a longing for that part of your soul that is recognized in the mirror of their eyes. It may be time to find that soul self and nurture it by seeing and finding and feeding it with your own self, rather than relying on another to bring it to life. While the beings in this card are so very much in love and so very much a part of one another, and so very much meant to be together, for a time they cannot be in the kind of relationship they are longing for. And they are saying goodbye, and it is a sweet and painful parting that neither wish for. This card always indicates that there is a separation of sorts taking place, and even so, there is great hope. Know that being together will be tempered with times of necessary separation. Sometimes we meet charismatic and perfect individuals only to seemingly lose them. However, there is nothing lost about the situation. It is perfect. And the sadness of parting will be balanced with the joy of the new encounter with this soul love. They ache with true and deeply romantic love. And that is it for you, my dear sister.
That makes sense for decisions that were made on the other end this week.
Good.
But we were good with it. It opens up other doorways.
It does open up new doorways. And, I just want to point out too that it's like, I'm trying to think of a great pair in history that have spent time together, that spent a lot of time apart, but I keep coming back to Jesus and Mary Magdalene. It's like, Lordy, that's not even written in there. Like so many history books that are just like, no, they weren't any of the things that they were to one another, and it's like, but they knew what they were, and yet, but they also understood how important their journey was for themselves. Like in that lifetime, Jesus and Mary, their individual stories were more important than their stories together. They were more potent and more powerful. And so I think it's just an understanding that, yeah, that's it.
I get it.
And new doors. Okay. My dear May, are you still with us, and would you like a card? Because if you are, I also have one for you, my dear. I might just read it for you, and then if you catch the replay, then you've got it. So The message I have for you, my dear Sky, is Apala, Apalala. I don't know. Apalala. Okay. And the blue lady, it says, you are a perfect being. And I love the imagery on this particular card because it's this beautiful little dragon encompassed this yin yang. And who knows what this dragon thinks or feels. It doesn't matter too much other than it knows that it is within balance because it is peace. It has peace within it. It is the natural element and formation of peace, but also it's powerful. And I feel like this really resonates with your being a part of who you are is so innately peaceful that it does trigger others. Maybe it does whenever you go out and you find this as something that's been a block, but spirit is letting you know that moving forward, nothing is impossible. And these qualities of you, this peaceful and powerful quality that is you, is going to move you into spaces that you've never been before. And I think you're going to be seeing yourself in spaces where your voice is more powerful than you realize. And it's going to be like you're going to be using your voice and you're just going to hear the words coming out and you're going to feel the effect that it has. And it's going to be this moment that's just like, yeah, this is it. This is it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, or this is right. This is where I'm in the right moment. So just keep moving forward. Know that nothing is impossible and continue dreaming on for yourself, my dear Sky. All right. Amanda, do you want to pull one for Lala, or shall I pull one for Lala?
Spirit just had me put away all my cards, so I'm gonna say that Spirit wants you to do it.
All right, I will do that. My dear Lala, you have a knock on the door. What's this? This fell out. It also has love who you are. Okay. Lala, this is so perfect. This is so perfect because this is like your higher self is calling. Your higher self is knocking on that door and saying to you, love who you are. Love who you are always. You are not just the composition of your skin. You are not just the shape of your body. You are not just the words that you speak. You're not just the things that you think. You're not just the actions that you do. You are a beautiful compilation of all of these amazing things. And so what's knocking at the door is this amazing opportunity for you to see yourself as how beautiful and lovely and amazing you truly are. And it's funny, it's like what I'm seeing for you is this, behind this door is a wealth of opportunities and exciting adventures for you to move forward into. And moving into this from this place of love for self is going to move you into these spaces very empowered and confident and knowing and moving through that imposter syndrome or whatever case it may be, but seeing that you have what it takes. And what did you say? I know. Yes, literally. Love yourself for who you are. Does not matter. And I'll read this one. Take this one to myself in my own book too. Yeah. We can all learn to love ourselves a little more, I think. So all right, my dear beautiful souls. Happy 5/5 portal. Please do rest in whatever way that looks like for you. Drink lots of water and get yourself ready because we are moving into the second half of the spring, which means summer's on its way. Are we already nearing the summer solstice? What's happening? So yes, continue sharing your gifts and the beautiful, amazing self that you are in this world. Don't give up on the inspired dreams that you have in this world and trust yourself and your intuition, because you are wiser than you give yourself credit for, and you are more capable than you tend to acknowledge. So I send you all off with a namaste. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. All the love from my heart. Maybe a little love splash from us here in the Cove to you. And a reminder that if you are interested in signing up for my Reiki 1 virtual online retreat, please do feel free to connect in the Cove to get more information for that. I will include the link down below the video. That is happening May 22nd. So it's coming up very soon. So can't wait to share that experience with you all. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will catch you all in Sunday session at noon Central Time. Yes. So adjust accordingly to your time zone.